Carbon machine. This is an auto scrubber that we have in our arsenal. This can be used to strip both hardwoods and VCT floors. So we're going to show you all the parts of this, how it works, and then we'll show you the maintenance and the upkeep on this machine. First of all, when it's delivered, you're going to want to make sure that it has the squeegee with it. These blades you're going to want to go through underneath, make sure everything's cleaned out, ready to go, so it won't impede the suction when you're trying to clean up your whatever surface you might be cleaning. It'll also come with a battery charger. This will just be plugged into the wall, and then the outlet's just down there right here. You only want to plug this in when the batteries get to about 15%. This does not get plugged in every day. It'll ruin the batteries. There are some different components to this machine. The first one is right here. It's your key. You're going to go ahead and turn it on to power. You're going to wait a minute and the central command screen will come up. Give it a second and you'll notice there's your battery charge, your water, this is your pressure, and that's to activate the scrubber. Then you got these two toggles right here. The blue one is for water. If you press it up, it increases the flow. If you press it down, it'll decrease the amount of water that you put in. As you get ready to finish up whatever you are scrubbing, you will want to decrease this so water won't drip out of your pad for the next 15-20 minutes. The next button, toggle over, the black one is for the pressure on your pad. Again, toggle it up to increase the pressure on the pad, toggle it down to decrease. Your normal scrubbing, you only want this at about halfway. On the pressure wise, if you're stripping a floor, you're definitely going to want it to full maximum capacity, which is 200 pounds of pressure. On top of that, so once you get the power on and this is going, this is your speed module, which will control how fast the machine will go. It is self-propelled. You're going to want to make sure you have your squeegee hooked up to the back down here on the swivel, and then hook your hose up to it. Here's where you go ahead and you fill your water. So you'll just go ahead and place your water in here. It does have a screen to keep any large debris out. There is a sight tube that's over here on the back. Like I said, this one will hold up to 23 gallons. It's actually a really nice machine. Batteries on average will last about 4.5 hours of runtime on this machine. So once you get it filled up, you can put your chemicals in it. And then like I said, just use your switches to adjust. And as long as that lever is up, it'll turn on the vacuum. Just make sure you can toggle up or down on the pressure or the water, but you do not want to plug this machine in until you are on your last bar. So once it hits its last bar, it'll normally last for the daily use of 40 minutes, and you can normally make it through the week before it'll die on you. Go ahead and activate this. If you turn this on, that automatically puts the head down in front. Please make sure you have the right pad for whichever surface you may be cleaning. You can use a red or white pad if you're cleaning VCT or just a gym floor. If you're using it for stripping purposes, you definitely will want an SPP pad on underneath of it. To activate the vacuum, there's a lever right here. Just go ahead, lower that down, which will start the water and the head to start oscillating, or prepare to oscillate. To get this to move, you want to set your pressure, and then on each handle there's two little buttons. Just go ahead and click the button, and that will activate the machine to start it to move. And again, you can adjust your water or anything, the pressure that you need it. If you do need to go in reverse, there's another toggle switch on the side. You have to pull that backwards, and that will go ahead and make it go in reverse. The head will still keep moving and putting out water during that process. This is a really good machine. It gets straight into corners. However, you will have to go through and mop your edges where it can't get in the corners. Okay, so once you get done with this machine, like I said, you're going to want to go ahead and run about 4 or 5 feet. Make sure your water gets off the pad. Keep the squeegee going. Once you go far enough, put this down. Understand, however, there is still water on that pad that will drip and leak until the pad is dry. So please put this on a surface that it's not going to matter if water pulls up during the course of the night. If you do have to move this head, please make sure, or this machine, please make sure the head is up by hitting that button, and it can go ahead and go to wherever you may need it. Okay, so a little bit about the front of the machines. If you notice right here, these are the weights that are used to put the pressure down. These should never be removed. You have no reason to remove these. We only want the maintenance to go ahead and remove these. Your pad, rule of thumb is, depending upon the more pressure you put down, is how long the pad will last. If you keep this on minimum pressure, you should change your pad, put a new pad on the first of the month, flip it on the 15th, and then put a new pad on at the beginning of the month again. And those should last you that long depending upon the pressure. The more pressure, the less the life of the pad. The batteries on these things, they've made very simple to get to. On the side of the machines, both sides, there's just a little lever. Just go ahead and pull it up, and then you just grab hold of the front up here and lift up, and then you have access to the batteries. We are trying to get sealed batteries on all these machines. However, right now that was not an option, so you definitely want to make sure you check the water level in your batteries at least once a month using distilled water. Now that you're done using this, you're going to want to go ahead and drain it. So you're just going to want to go ahead and back this up to a sink. This just comes off the clip like this. It's got the hose, go ahead and release it. As with any machine, whenever you get done, you want to rinse out the solution tank. So go ahead, just pull this hose off. Again, let the water drain. Flush fresh water through the tank to get rid of any chemical residue that might be in the tank. Just a word of caution, if you are using this with Creek Clean, please make sure you use the proper dilution. If you put too much chemical in this, it is gelling up in the lines and causing damage. So always make sure you read the instructions and use the proper amount of chemicals when using an auto scrubber. It is not the same as a mop bucket. So now that we've emptied the chemical tank and we've emptied the solution tank, you're going to want to come up and clean out this tank right here. Just go ahead and take your hose, rinse it around. This slot over here will pick up any large debris, any straw wrappers, twigs, bark from outside. Just make sure you go ahead and rinse that. Like we said, this is a good machine, but this machine is only as good as the person using it, so please make sure you take care of your equipment and it will take care of you.